Today we are making one of my absolute favorite pasta dishes to make, and that is a summery cherry tomato and basil pasta. It is just summer in a bowl. It is made with all those beautiful summery ingredients like cherry tomatoes, fresh basil, salt and pepper, olive oil, and garlic, of course. This one comes together in absolutely no time. You can boil pasta quicker than the sauce comes together. So let's get into it. XOXO Garlic Girl. First up, we need to prep our ingredients, starting with the garlic, of course. Remove 4 garlic cloves from the bulb, smash them with the back of a knife to loosen the skin from the clove, and then peel off the skin. We are leaving our garlic cloves whole today, but you could mince or finely slice them if you want a stronger garlic flavour throughout. And lastly, for our prep work, which is very minimal, we need to grab a whole bunch of basil. Pick off the outer larger leaves as they will be the sweetest. Place the basil leaves on top of one another, roll them up tightly as though you were rolling a cigar, and then slice. You will be left with thin strands of basil, which also happens to be the name of my cat, and he loved watching me make this pasta. Hi, Basil. Add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to a large fry pan that is sitting at a medium to low heat. This may sound and look like a lot of olive oil, but it plays such an important role in this sauce. Try and source a really high quality extra virgin olive oil when making this dish, as I promise you it will make all the difference. Once the olive oil has been brought to the heat, add the garlic cloves and cook until slightly golden. This will give the olive oil a mild garlic flavour. A lot of people like to remove the garlic from the sauce once it has flavoured the olive oil, but being the garlic lover that I am, I will not be discarding of my garlic. Once the garlic is golden and you have given it a lovely little olive oil bubble bath, turn the heat to medium and add the tomatoes. I'm using 700 grams or 24 ounces of cherry tomatoes that have been sitting on my kitchen bench top for the last few days. I like to use ripe tomatoes as they will be sweeter and juicier than freshly picked ones. Now you could cut these in half, but this is not necessary. It will slightly cut down the cooking time, but as the tomatoes cook in the olive oil, they will just naturally blister and burst open. Keep stirring the tomatoes and garlic until you see the tomato skins starting to look like this. You will also notice liquid beginning to pool at the bottom of the pan, and this is exactly what we want to see. The juices from the tomatoes are starting to escape and release into the pan. Season very well with salt and pepper. The salt is going to flavour the sauce and also help with the tomatoes release more liquid. Now remember how I mentioned there are a few different ways you can prep your garlic for this dish. This is how I like to do it. Remove the garlic cloves from the sauce. They should be nice and jammy by this time. Place them onto a chopping board and mash them into a beautiful paste. The garlic flavour will have softened over this time and it will be mild and sweet. Scoop up the paste and set to the side for now. While our sauce continues to cook, bring a large pot of water to the boil. Season the water very generously with salt, as this will penetrate into the pasta and give it a beautiful flavour. The pasta water is also a key ingredient in this recipe as it brings the sauce together. I am using fine spaghetti today as it's my kids' favourite, and this is one of their favourite dishes to eat. Cook the pasta very al dente, at least 2 to 3 minutes less than what is suggested on the back of the packet, as we want it very al dente so it doesn't go limp or mushy when we stir it through the sauce. Once the pasta is cooked, set the pot to the side and go back to your sauce. I just had this sitting on a low heat on my back burner. Give the sauce a little stir to loosen it up and then add the pasta to the pan. The amount of tomatoes we use will take around 3/4 of a packet of pasta, which is roughly 400 grams or 14 ounces. Stir the pasta through the sauce with half a cup of pasta water. We want the spaghetti to be nicely coated in the sauce and the sauce to be silky and glossy. Continue to stir and add more pasta water if needed until you reach your desired consistency. The pasta water will emulsify and thicken, so don't stress if it looks a little loose or watery in the early stages. Just look at how smooth and glossy that sauce is. Add the garlic paste and the fresh basil to the sauce and stir it through. Taste for seasoning and add more salt if needed. Plate up the pasta and serve with a generous sprinkling of pecorino romano, or you could leave out the cheese if you want to keep this vegan, a little extra fresh basil leaves and a drizzle of olive oil. It's such a favorite in our house, especially with my kids, one who which loves to pick out all of those basil leaves. We love to serve it on its own or with a side of crispy crumb chicken or some freshly baked focaccia. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like and subscribe button. It means so much to me. And if you made this recipe, please let me know in the comments. I do read every single one of them and get back to all of them if I can. I will catch you all next week.